Hi everyone, nice to meet you. This is Korea. Now I'm going to recite Gospel according to Mark chapter 15. Very early in the morning, the chief priests with the elders, the teachers of the law, and the whole Sanhedrin reached a decision. They bound Jesus and led him away and handed him over to Pilate. Are you the king of Jews? Asked Pilate. Asked Pilate. Yes, it is, as you say, Jesus replied. The chief priest accused him of many things. So again, Pilate asked, aren't you going to answer? See how many things they are accusing you of. But Jesus still made no reply, and the Pilate was amazed. It was custom at the feast to release a prisoner whom the people requested. A man called Barabbas was in prison with the insurrectionists who had committed in the uprising. The crowd came up and asked him to do for them what he usually did. Do you want me to release to you the King of Jews? Asked Pilate, knowing it was out of envy that the chief priests had handed Jesus over to him. The chief priests stirred up the crowd. To have Pilate release Barabbas instead. What shall I do then with the one you call the King of Jews? Crucify him, they shouted. Why? What crime has he committed? But they shouted all the louder, crucify him. Wanting to satisfy the crowd, Pilate released Barabbas to them, and he had Jesus flogged, and he handed him over to be crucified. The soldier led him away to the palace, that is Praetorium, called together the whole company of soldiers. They put a purple robe on Jesus and twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on him. Then they began to call out to him, Hail, King of Jews! They struck him on the head, and they struck him over and over again and again. They struck him on the head with a staff and spit on him. Falling on their knees, they paid homage to him. When they had mocked him, they take off the purple robe and put his own clothes on him, and then they led him out to crucify. A certain man from Cyrene, Simon, the father of Alexander and Rufus, was passing by on his way in from the countryside, and they forced him to carry the cross. Then they offered him. They brought Jesus to the place Golgotha, which means the place of skull. Then they offered him wine with the myrrh, but he did not take it. Then they crucified. crucified. It was dividing up his clothes. Dividing up his clothes, they cast lots to see what each would get. It was the third hour when they crucified him. They crucified two robbers with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by heard his search on him, shaking their heads and saying, "So you, who are you, destroying the temple and build it within 3 days? Come down from the cross and save yourself." In the same way, the chief priests mocked him among themselves. "He saved others," they said. He can't save himself. Let this Christ, this King of Israel, come down from the cross, that we may see and believe. At the third hour, Jesus cried. At the sixth hour, darkness came. Darkness came over the whole land. Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Forsake me. When some of those standing near in front of Jesus heard this and say, "Listen, he's calling Elijah." One man ran, filled the sponge with the wine vinegar, put it on a stick, and offered it to Jesus to drink it. And he said this, "Leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes and take him down." With a loud cry, Jesus breathed his last. The torn up curtain was torn down in half from top to bottom. When the centurion stood near in front of Jesus, heard his cry, and saw how he died, he said, Surely this man was the Son of God." Some women were watching from a distance. This woman had followed Jesus in Galilee. In Galilee, this woman had followed Jesus and cared for his needs, and many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem were also there. It was preparation day, that is, the day before the Sabbath. So as the evening comes, the Joseph of Arimathea, a prominent member of councils, who was himself waiting for the kingdom of God, went bodily to Pilate, asked for Jesus' body. Pilate was surprised to hear Jesus was already dead. Summoning the centurion, asked him if he had already died when he